EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air.
Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway in Allegiant Stadium.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
2nd down, Pollard again.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 24. 36 yards on the play.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Pollard again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, 24 yards.
And the Cowboys are on the board first here in Vegas.
3 plays already in the end zone. That was quick.
We always talk about offenses understanding what they want to do before they go into a game, and they practice it. They have their script and the plays they want to open with. But defenses aren't just reactive. They have their own ideas as well. These ideas didn't get implemented very well. 3 plays and a touchdown already scored against them.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider 1st down. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be 1st, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This to Jacobs on the toss right.
He'll get this to about the 38. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
To throw here, O'Connell.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Big DeMarcus Lawrence getting in there and bringing him to the ground.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
They'll go for it. O'Connell
dancing to his left. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, well, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Second down, Prescott.
Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And Lamb going to have a Cowboys first down as he's down to the 12.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. Now Dak, he's going to mix it up.
Prescott now on second down. This is caught. Touchdown. Tony Pollard. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Cowboys had 6 to their lead. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Now Mike McCarthy saying let's go for 2. Prescott, they're going to throw for it.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Divine Diablo.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there. That's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
From his end zone, here comes Carter. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Adams. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 12-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Out of the shotgun, here's O'Connell. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Prescott now being chased out left.
Throw is caught by Schoonmaker. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks.
Touchdown, Cowboys! 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And now a hook up downfield on 2nd down. Yeah, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction.
On running plays, linemen, of course, have their assignments. That's expected. But it's not often you're expecting to see a cornerback blitzing in run support and tackling the runner for a loss.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Raiders first down as they find a way to convert there on 4th and 6.
Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
So after the 4th down conversion, now 1st and 10 inside the 25.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Throw left side complete. That's Adams. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
That was a heck of an effort to stop him just short of the marker, but now they're going to need another big play on 4th down on defense, I believe, because offensively, they went from 3rd and long to now it's a ghost situation here on 4th and inches.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Off the play fake, Prescott.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, but he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Play action now, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
Prescott now from the 50. This is caught. It's Cooks. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this shy of the 20. He got 29 yards that time.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Final play of the half. Prescott. And it's caught. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Raiders nothing.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
That's good for Las Vegas. 60 First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Play action. Now O'Connell. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half that's carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
Sliding out of the pocket.
Oh, poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted.
And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On first and 10, it's O'Connell.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for second and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it third and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Third quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a second and 10. Now O'Connell. Gets it downfield to Mayer.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
It's a well-designed play here. 3 wide receivers in the formation. They're all going to run deep routes to put pressure on the safeties. And then they let their tight end cut his route off a little shorter and work toward the middle of the field. That's a difficult route to try to defend.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
Throwing on second down. Here's O'Connell.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback, even a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
That is incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
Now it's O'Connell.
letting one go deep for the end zone.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on fourth, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play.
Touchdown, Cowboys! 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10. Let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. And they're going to speed things up here.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
And they go play action here with O'Connell. He finds Mayer here. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 20-yard line. Here's a handoff to Jacobs.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13.
3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. Off the play fake. O'Connell. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Devontae Adams, an 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Raiders are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. So that, Charles, their first score of the ball game, obviously, coming here in the 3rd quarter. Is that going to be enough to energize the troops?
It's a great question, and we'll wait to see the answer.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 10. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. Where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score of the final play. Wilson now to kick this one away.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
On second down, it's Pollard. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, 53 yards.
And the Cowboys are able to stretch out their lead.
He's got the hat trick, 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out there?
I didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for him. A nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
From his end zone, here comes Carter. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
To throw here, O'Connell.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
This offense so far on 3rd down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
He'll let this go for Adams.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And now